Friends, welcome to the second part of this video on Mayur indicators. So let's start with the future growth levers for the Mayur indicators. One of the key growth lever is the PU-based synthetic leathers. Mayur indicator so far was catering to the leathers based on the PVC. But in 2021, it has also started the product for the PU-based synthetic leathers. And as I stated, these leathers are softer than the other artificial leathers. These are less likely to fade. These are more crack-proof when they are exposed to the sunlight and the severe atmospheric conditions. These are more environment friendly, and this leather is having the higher price tag, and hence it will improve the top line of the company and it will fetch better margins for the company. Company is working with its key automotive clients to replace the PVC with the PU. And if company is able to gain the better market share in the PU, then definitely it will improve its profit margins and its bottom line going ahead. And PU leather, having superior to the PVC leather, it still retains the advantage over the pure leather in terms of price, look, and varieties. As I stated in previous slides, PU leather is having more customer appeal. It is more soft and it has more durability strength compared to PVC leather. And it fetches the higher price tag. So in future, if Mayur is successfully able to garner the market in the PVC-based synthetic leather, then it will help to improve its top line as well as to increase its profit margins. Currently, for the automotive industry, it seems that there is one of the German company who is supplying at the moment the products based on the PU leathers, whereas Mayur could be the second one, and hence there is a lot of scope to gain the share in this market. And again, PU leather being a premium product, there won't be much players in the market catering to this segment. Mayur is targeting around 50 crores to 100 crores of business in next 2-3 years from the PU, and this probably will be 20-25% of its overall revenue. Compared to it will be 20-25% of its overall revenue. So Mayur has the significant plans to increase its revenue base using the PU leather. And as I stated, it doesn't want to cater to the crowded segment. The low grade PU leather segment is having market share around 70%. The medium grade PU based leather segment is having the market share about 20%, and the higher grade is having around 10%. So Mayur is not looking into the low grade. It is looking into the high grade and medium grade, and it is want to tap that market, which will have premium customers and which will fetch the better price tag and better margins for the company. And it is also giving the cross-selling opportunity. As I stated in the previous slide, Mayur is in the process of negotiating with its client to replace the PVC leather with the PU leather. So it is giving it a lot of cross-selling opportunity, not only in the automotive industry, but even in the footwear industry. So these are the advantages for the PU-based leathers. Now, what are other future growth levers? Mayur is being approved by Mercedes-Benz to supply to their South African plant. Mayur has been working with Mercedes-Benz for last more than 3 to 5 years to get this customer under its belt. And finally, after stringent negotiations and after stringent quality measures, right, Mayur is able to get Mercedes-Benz as its customer. Another feather for the company is that even it has got BMW under its belt. And the BMW supply may start from the end of 21, so maybe towards the December 21 or maybe towards March 22. And again, for BMW also, the company is in talks, in negotiations for last 3 to 5 years. As I stated, these are the high entry barriers customers. right? A lot of sample has to produce, a lot of R&D has to be done. And then only once the company is satisfied with the quality of its product, then only they approve the vendors. And once the vendor is approved, these vendors are not easily replaced. So once a company adds a murky client, it ensures a kind of a long-term business if the company is able to sustain that quality that these murky customers are looking for. So these are the future growth levers for the Mayur Unicorn. Mayur is also been selected by Volkswagen India as a supplier. Previously, VW India was previously a German company was supplying its leather to the Volkswagen India, but now Mayur has got that business, and the supply will start somewhere again in the year 2020. MG Motor has also started buying from the Mayur. So this is another customer Mayur has got under its belt, and they are buying 100% from Mayur. So we can expect, rather Mayur can expect a very good future from them. They are also in the discussions with Kia Motors. Kia Motors is presently buying from a Korean company, and if Mayur is able to succeed in this, then that will be another customer, another murky customer that Mayur will have its under its belt. Another growth levers, China plus one strategy. Friends, because of the pandemic, a lot of key customers, key manufacturers in the world are looking for an alternative to the China. Lot of businesses coming back from China, and this could be a golden opportunity for the big manufacturers in India. And this could be another growth lever for the Mayur. Basically, the global manufacturers are trying to diversify their vendor base, and they want to have another supplier, in other country apart from China. And this is where the companies like Mayur can have advantage, because they already have a lot of murky customers under their belt, and they are famous for their on-time delivery as well as the stringent quality control. Rising fashion trends in the industry of leather and garments, rising fashion trends, as well as in the industry of footwear. This is another growth lever for the company. Sports activities, demand for the sports wear, garments can in turn boost the top line and bottom line of the company. The management aims to become top three global companies in the next 3 to 4 years' time. So this is another ambitious mission that a manager has planned. And if the company is able to achieve this, then it will increase its top line and bottom line, as well as it will increase the wealth for its stakeholders in a good proportion. The company is also planning to foray into the furnishing and leather goods. So we saw that it is supplying, but the contribution on the overall revenue is not that much. So company is seriously planning to get into to acquire more market share in the furnishing and leather goods industry as well. And for the footwear, similar to automotive industry, right, where the company is trying to negotiate with the customer to move from the PVC to PU leather. The same approach they are following for the footwear industries as well. So you see, there are a lot of growth levers for Mayur. The revenue from the PU leather, which is superior to PVC in terms of the quality, in terms of the look and feel, in terms of the durability, as well as in terms of the price tag, can improve Mayur's top line and bottom lines in future. Addition of the marquee customers like BMW, Mercedes-Benz will give a company a long-term visibility for its revenue. Then companies' efforts to gain more market share into the furnishing as well as leather industries, right? And then negotiating the clients negotiating the clients to move from the PVC to PU. So those are various growth levers for the company. China plus one strategy is another growth lever for the company. So if the company is able to do it successfully, then definitely it will be it will be on the fast growth track in future. Now let's talk about what are the weaknesses and challenges. So we saw that natural leather is made from the animal skin, and there are a lot of government regulations not to harm the animals. Or there are the environmentalists are also becoming very active, where they don't want to harm the animals. But the artificial leather has also the harmful effects, in terms of basically the global warming and all that things. So harmful environmental effects are, one of the constraints for the artificial leather. Unfavorable crude price fluctuations. The crude is one of the raw material for the leather, and I think crude forms almost 60 to 70% of its overall raw material price. So unfavorable crude price fluctuations. If the crude price increases actually, then the then the making price of the leather products will increase, and that may impact company's profitability if the company is not able to pass that cost to the customers. So that is another threat. Unfavorable increase in raw material prices, as we saw, right? Increase in competition, then increasing working capital intensity of operation. As we stated that some of these segments are the high entry barriers. So Mayur really need to do a lot of R&D. Mayur really need to produce a lot of sampling before it gets approved by the vendors. Similarly, it has to store the inventory for 2-3 months, because and that's the reason that it is having a working capital intensity, and it has higher dependency on the footwear and automotive industry. We saw that majority of the revenue, almost 60 to 70% of the revenue, is coming from these industries. So these are some of the weaknesses or challenges that Mayur is facing. And the same raw material may not be available locally, so it may have to import it from the global. That again uh, increases the cost. And PU project, as I stated, started in 2021, and early stabilization of the PU project as well as getting the marketing share is also the key. If the company is not able to do this, then that can also threaten companies' growth plans in future. COVID-19 pandemic impact in March 20 to up to June, July 20, there was complete lockdown. Companies' operations were suffered. Even in the second wave of COVID, again, there were lockdowns. There were strict measures announced by various state governments and local authorities. So this has impacted companies' productions, companies' supplies. And but this could be we can say a short-term disruption. Once the situations are back to the normal, company should be able to get back to its growth trajectory. So these are the various challenges, various threats that we saw. But as we stated, right, company has a good amount of mitigation plan. They are they are having the cross selling opportunities. They are talking to the customers to increase their client base, and they are having the murky clients where the vendor is not easily replaced. So these are the strengths for the company. Hopefully the weaknesses and the threats that we spoke about, right, those get offset by these strengths to some extent. Let's talk about the company management. Mr. Suresh Kumar Poddar is the MD and CEO of Mayur Unicators. He is having more than 4 decades of experience in artificial leather industries. He looks after overall operations of the company. It includes production, R&D, marketing, and strategy. And he is one of the key person in getting the murky clients for the Mayur. He's been talking to companies like BMW, companies like Mercedes for 3 to 5 to 7 years, and now he's able to get them under his belt. These customers are now the customers, these manufacturers are the customers of Mayur. And lot of visions, lot of hardship by Suresh Kumar Poddar is, is behind that. Mr. Arun Kumar Bhagaria is another executive director, and he's having a similar experience around a decade, and he's involved actively in managing the business of the company. So we have got a very good management. Mr. Suresh Kumar Poddar is the key person behind the growth of Mayur, and he is very passionate about the quality. You hear the conference calls that Mayur Unicator organizes as a part of its quarterly reviews or as a part of the annual general meeting, and you will be able to make it out that how passionate he is about the quality and how passionate he is about to getting the market shares in the premium segment for the Mayur. So friends, with this, we come to end to the second part of the video. In the next part, we will talk about the company's financials, and then we will see if the company is worth an investment. So friends, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please like this video and spread a word among your friends.